Welcome to ATDLE Voices of Dual Language Education, the show where we share our dual language experiences. I'm one of your hosts, Giselle.
Hello, everyone. I'm Angelica.
Hi, I'm Graciela.
Hola, hola, I'm Hilda.
So each episode we'll talk with inspiring guests, share stories, and dive deep into classroom ideas that will spark curiosity, inspire change, and bring laughter. Whether you're here to learn, be entertained, get inspired, you're in the right place. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. So ladies, let's talk about what is ATDLE and what is it all about?
Well, it's happening in San Diego, the finest city. So it's, I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to next summer. And I'm always looking forward to ATDLE, actually, whether it's in Sacramento, whether it's in Riverside. I'm there with my friends, with my colleagues, with my comadres, and with other friends that I network. And it's just a very powerful conference that I go during the summer, and I come back full of energy, ready to begin a new school year. So I'm looking forward that it's going to be here in San Diego, in our hometown.
I know. I'm so excited about that. I'm super excited that it's going to be here in San Diego. Finally, I think a lot of years ago, it was in San Diego. Kept coming back from Sacramento to Riverside, and then so excited. Yeah, I remember Palm Springs. Oh my gosh, yes.
I think it's been more than 10 years that it's been here in San Diego. So it's been a while, and wow, I'm so excited too.
Yeah.
So for those that are new here, ATDLE is the Association of Two-Way and Dual Language Education. And every year they host a conference that it's all about dual language educators networking and professionals and even teachers like us that have the opportunity to go and participate and speak and do workshops. So do you remember when was your first time that you attended this conference?
Oh my gosh. I think the first time that the first time was here in San Diego. I don't know if you guys remember Nanette Adelson Rodriguez. She was part of
course,
like a million years ago. Anyways, she needed someone to do the just a session, a 5th grade session, and at that time I was teaching 4th and 5th at Salt Creek Elementary, and I said, "Yeah, I guess I'll go," and I had no idea what it was. I mean, I knew it was a conference, and I could never afford to really go. But once I got in as far as a presenter, I never left. Like, I kept coming back to it. So yeah, I remember doing that. It was in San Diego by the airport. What is it? The Sheraton?
The Sheraton.
Yeah. But the first time I did it by myself because I didn't know anyone.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like lost in this and that. But then, like how you say, Graciela, like the networking is real. Like you start, once you have like lunch at a table, you start exchanging, names. Now it's like handles for Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Yeah. And then that's how you network. But I remember that portion of it. And then of course, you can never forget the dinner dance, right? That is so much fun. The dinner dance.
Those are fun.
I agree. I always talk about being with your people, and whenever you're at a school and you're with your people, that's when you feel connected and you feel like you can grow as an educator, as a person, as a teacher. And so when I went to ATDLE, it was because of Angelica, and I went not knowing, and I knew of this conference, and knowing that I wanted to go to a conference where I could learn from. I knew there were keynote speakers. I knew there were, workshops, sessions, specifically on dual language, two-way programs that I wanted to learn. And so, again, being part of a community at my school that, like Angelica and the rest of us, we all went. And like you said, Angelica, I never left. I got involved. I started my first year. Yes, my school did pay for that conference that year. But then eventually, somehow, I wanted to be a volunteer, and I wanted to see if I could present the following year. And I haven't stopped going ever since.
Mm-hmm. We look forward.
Oh, sorry.
No,
it
no.
was like I was a student at San Diego State in college, and I went to volunteer and put the bags together. And I remember because my cousin, she's a teacher here in San Diego, so she invited me, and it was eye-opening because I saw so many educators, bilingual educators, in one place, and I felt so connected. Just because I was raised in Mexico and just came to study here in the U.S. for my college degree. And it was the first time that I saw so many people that were in the same boat as me. So I was very excited. And like you said, once you're there and you get to connect with all these people and all these educators, you feel you're in the right place and you never leave. So, yeah.
I know it sounds like so surreal, but it really is like, why are they just talking so good about it? It is good. That's
it is,
right?
yeah. No,
So,
yeah. I also remember it's been a while for me. I want to say over 10 years. I want to say 12, 13 years that I've been attending. I think one of my first ones was also here in San Diego. And I met up with some colleagues, and they were doing the New Teacher Institutes. And it was one of those like, oh, I wish I could do that. How do they do it?
Mm-hmm.
And once cuando me colé con Angélica, that was my first experience presenting.
Yo soy la alcahueta.
Hey, but it's a good way because, I give credit to you, because had you not asked me, hey, like, can you come and join me, and me being there, because I was like right there on the sidelines. You know what? It's true. Once I was in there, I liked it. I loved it. And I never looked back. I think that was the first. The funny thing is, I want to say it's like 2012. No, not 12. I was pregnant that year, like 2013. And yeah, I'm hooked. The whole networking and meeting so many people, and even seeing the same people over and over, because they are just as excited as you. They want to be there. They want to be part of something big and making change. And the dual language community is just fantastic. I love it. So I love it.
One of the things that I always remember Kevin Chavez says is that this is the only conference that laser focuses on dual language. Like that's how powerful it is. And so I go to this conference, and that's the intention of this conference is so focused on two-way programs. And so that's what I love about it.
You know what's so cool about too is when you go to the registration table and you're getting your state little tag.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to see all the states and all the people that are coming from all over our nation. And that's like, wow, that to me is like, it's just, I'm in awe of how many dual language programs are out there and how much we're not networking as much. And so that's why it's so important to go to these conferences to kind of network. Like, who did I meet? I think we were at the booth, Hilda, and we met someone from Nebraska. And she's like, oh, Angelica, I follow you on social media in Nebraska. I'm thinking to myself, and there was like do you just meet people? Like, we know of our Texas, California, big programs there, right? And New York, Florida, but Nebraska? I'm
I met somebody from Wisconsin. I
yeah.
remember Wisconsin was like Wisconsin because I know that in Milwaukee they
Uh-huh.
do have a couple of little dual language programs because of a high school friend of mine. For some reason, he's no, not high school, community college. He teaches there, and that's how he got introduced to ATDLE through me via Instagram. But yeah, you get people from all over, and it's been growing. Now we get more and more people from different states, and it is cool, when you see all the little tags on the name. What is it?
That,
The little name,
uh-huh.
the little name tags. It's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah.
So we talked about how many years we've been. It's been like 10 years that we've all like been just participating at ATDLE. So how has it grown over the years? How have you seen it like different every year that you participate or you present? How have you seen it grow?
Well, do you guys remember this past year? You know how when Kevin or Zoila, they say, oh, if it's your first year here, raise your hand. And then, a lot of the teachers were raising their hands. And then if it's the 13th year or 14th year or 20 years coming, and then you see all the hands, like you can see how it's grown as far as people wise, like but also as an organization, always, the organization's always looking for the new research out there, right? They're looking to see how to support schools. I know the organization does like independent contracts, but how do they get those contracts is through the conferences. Like they see the value of the conference and they want to bring that back to the school. Like how can we have that experience from the conference and then bring back to the schools personally, like personalize your learning through ATDLE. That I've seen that grow a lot. Like I don't remember ever knowing about that when I was first involved with it. Now I do, and I see the impact that it has individually at schools. That's the growth that I see.
I've also seen when you see, during presentations or even coming to our booth, when people will come to say, hey, I was here last year and I brought my friends this year. So they're also spreading the word and bringing others. So they come back and then they bring somebody else. So they're spreading the word. And that also helps the program grow.
Don't you love it when the districts, they take those district pictures and it's like huge, like their district, all of the teachers from different schools, they're taking pictures together. And I'm like, oh, I love that.
I
And
do.
we applaud them because that is so
Yeah.
powerful because they're recognizing the importance of, this dual language community and how it helps them.
I do
grow
appreciate.
and
I do appreciate that because I do see a lot. That's what I've seen, and in the past couple of years, I've seen administrators, leaders bring teachers, so they're with them. They're sitting in these workshops, learning about the programs, and that's what I think. That's and now another powerful learning for both of them, because you're not just bringing back the information to your school, your leader is there, and so the leader comes back and again shares that information and leads your school that way.
And I like noticed like the growth as teachers. You start going as an attendee and you're excited, and then you get inspired to participate and want to do workshops or maybe become a principal. So just being there and seeing what you're capable of doing and be inspired by others, that's what makes the conference unique. And it grows over the years, and people support you, and they're cheering for you and say, you know what, you can do this next year. You can come and share what you're doing in the classroom. So I think that's a way that I've seen it grow over the years, like how a lot of people went as attendees as teachers, and now they're principals, and they have been inspired to become participants, and now they present and do workshops at our conference. So what makes this conference unique compared to other education events? What do you think stands out when attending ATDLE?
I think
Other than the dinner dance?
yeah, other than the dinner dance. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. But I think Graciela summed it up about what makes it unique, that it's laser focused in dual language education. If you're an administrator, then you go to the administrator sessions. If you're a teacher, then you go to, sessions that are for best practices.
Mm-hmm.
All sessions are about an hour and a half? About an hour.
15-ish. Yeah.
Okay, an hour and 15 minutes of a session. So sometimes it can go longer, right?
Yeah.
You feel like it can go longer.
I don't know if I've been to other conferences that have these new Teacher Institute workshops or sessions that are focused again on a specific grade level. So no, there is a session specifically for administrators. There's a workshop specifically for, I don't remember, I think I saw one for I don't know if it was like for there was like another group, not just administrators. I couldn't remember. But again, Eva teaches the second grade one. I teach the fifth grade one. So there's one workshop specifically for grade level and groups. So that I feel like is very unique about ATDLE.
Yeah, it's the new Teacher Institutes. Those are cool because those are like 2 hours and a half long, and it is just like how you say, I'm going to use the word again, laser focus on your grade level. Like all their, you see, it doesn't even have to be like a new teacher, like, oh, I've been teaching for 20 years. I don't need to go there. No, but if you've never taught in a dual language setting, those are so beneficial because why? I mean, even give me your schedule. It means a lot. Like it was worth it.
Even if you move grade levels, like moving grade levels, and it's like, okay, I taught first grade and now I'm in sixth grade. How does it look like? What's the difference?
So we break it down. Whether you're in a 50-50 program or in a 90-10, we break it down and give you ideas and suggestions. I mean, and that's also gold for a lot of teachers who are moving from one grade level to another, or even coming from, your regular ed classroom into a dual language classroom. We break it down for everything from scheduling to languages, what is taught in what language, how can you teach it, how can you scaffold, what about specials like your visual and performing arts. I mean, it is highly detailed, which is why it takes that long of a time. And sometimes I don't even finish, to be honest, because there's so much information, valuable information for those new teachers into that grade level.
I was thinking also about the networking between the teachers in that institute. Like, okay, we're all now going to teach third grade or first grade, and what ideas do you have? And having that time to kind of collaborate or share Instagrams or, like you said, the social media. So it's not only like that hour, but then you can extend beyond that and just continue that learning beyond just that time frame.
Yeah, I think anytime I present, anytime I am there, there's always someone that comes to me after the session and they want to connect either through any kind of social platform or either email. It doesn't stop there. There's a connection afterwards, and that's what I really, really appreciate that.
So we have like 5 minutes left. Do you want to say something to kind of like summarize what we talked about today? Let our viewers know or how to contact ATDLE or our next events.
Well, I really want to say that we wanted to come up, all four of us had this idea about doing like videos and sessions, or not sessions, but just video sessions on here. And the reason why is because you see us on social media. You see us advertising for this conference, right? And this is just a way to have a little charla or a talk about the conference. And we wanted you to really find out what we see and why we advertise it. And they're like, why are they always advertising it? You know, why are they always on there? So this is a way for us to come up on here and just talk about it. Hopefully you're convinced, and hopefully you want to give it a try and come down to San Diego and, you know, see this wonderful conference for yourself.
Yep. I mean, we're here to, we're excited. We want to go ahead. We want to share some ideas. And if you have any questions along the way, by all means, you'll be able to ask us. And once we figure this out and we start going live, you'll be able to do it firsthand. So we're really excited to have a little bit of time and share our ideas with you. Thanks a lot.
And if you have any questions, like Hilda said, please reach out and we can share more about this conference. But like, again, like Angelica said, this will be a chance for us to share our experiences and why we absolutely love this conference and why we continue to go. So thank you.
So we're gonna thank all of our listeners, and we hope that everybody loved this session, and we're gonna continue. We're gonna work and strengthen our dual language education. So don't forget that the ATDLE conference will be held next year in San Diego, and we hope to see you there. And make sure that you follow ATDLE social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we also have a YouTube channel now. So until next time, and keep leading with language and learning together, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Nos vemos. Gracias, comadres.
Adiós.
Yes.